Okay. All right. Whew. Not nervous either. It's fine. Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Jalen Green and I'm your host for Let's Keep It G. This is my very first episode and my first G of the day is Jon Sky. Jon Sky is a stylist, photographer, creative director, and soon to be pilot.
Damn.
Did I miss anything?
That sounds about right.
Yeah?
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah. This is very full circle for us because we met in high school.
Yeah.
And we were both kind of doing creative things. And it's crazy how we're years later, in our 20s, still trying to navigate that creative field. And that's really why I wanted to talk to you, because it's just I don't know, I'm a little interested why you still are doing what you're doing after all these years, and kind of want to know what got you started or wanting to be in this field at all, I guess.
Yeah, so we did meet in high school. It was when we met, it was 10 years ago for sure.
Yeah.
It could have been to this day, 10 years.
Yeah.
But I always was a creative mind, even as a kid. So once I got a chance to start getting out there a little bit as a teenager and really expressing myself, and I really found joy in creating stuff and seeing the products of that.
Yeah.
So I just kept doing that in different formats. I started off with design and modeling, and I was making t-shirts and graphic tees and starting all of that. And then I got behind the camera, then I started to see some progress from that. And that made me want to just grow more and create more cool things. And, I was really just doing it to satisfy that feeling that you get when you create something and see that come to life.
Yeah. I feel as a teenager, you're always open to doing a bunch of different things. Why was it modeling and photography?
Yeah, I mean, so I did have my friend group was all creatives and we all did different stuff. So my best friend at the time, he was a photographer, and since he was a photographer training and we were all teenagers, it was just in front of the camera. So we just started doing little shoots here and there, and then it turned into me oh yeah, I could be a model. Let me start just posing and getting dressed and setting up these shoots and stuff. And then that got me into learning more about the actual photography art form in itself.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you were saying, I think you told me before that your mom did photography, right?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. My mom used to be a studio photographer.
Nice.
So when you go to Kmart's back in the day, you know what I'm saying? They had the little studio photography where you would get your family photos taken.
So those early 2000s.
Yeah, very early 2000s.
Okay.
That exact the new trend where they're doing the JCPenney stuff.
Yeah.
My mom did that back in the early 2000s.
That's so cool. Would you say she I guess inspired you to kind of do what you were doing there?
Yeah, I mean, because she used to bring me to work a lot. Because she managed the studio. So when she didn't have a babysitter, she would just bring me to work. So I pretty much lived in the studio all through preschool and stuff. So it subconsciously it probably set something up in my head,
That's so cool. Yeah. Your mom sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to know, what are you doing now? What is it from being a teenager to still being in this field? You're still a photographer, you're a creative director now, you style people. Can you tell me a little bit about what it's being in that field?
Yeah, I mean, so it's a lot. It's definitely a lot of different moving pieces going on. Right now, I mainly just do a lot of photo shoots. I style for different music videos and stuff. And I have a team, so I'm with a team called Makeshift, and we do high profile music videos and stuff all throughout the city. And we work as a team. So sometimes I'll be the stylist on set, and some days I'll just be the photographer on set. And that really gives me, the opportunity to learn new traits and learn new stuff in media, and just really expand my horizons in that sense. Yeah.
How'd you get to Makeshift?
So in Makeshift, I actually came here originally because Makeshift is our production company, but it's also the studio space that we're in right now. So
we're currently in Makeshift right now.
Yeah, we're at Makeshift Studio. So I started coming to the studio space when they first opened as an artist, because I was making music at the time.
Oh, nice.
And there's a recording studio here. And I started coming to record music. So through that, I met like a bunch of artists, and I met everybody who was like, that was before the production team really got together.
Yeah.
But I became close friends with like everybody who was part of it. And then as they started to grow as a production company, that's the same time I started to like stray away from music and focus more on photography. Mm-hmm. And my boys saw that and they were like, yo, you need to come join the team and like come on set with us and do shoots.
Yeah.
So it really put me out there to like start doing shoots with like different rappers and musicians, and really got me into what I'm doing now. Really, yeah.
I mean, what's it like being on set? Like, you've worked with people like Lay Banks. I mean, even doing photography, like you've shot grand openings for Telfar, which is like really cool.
No, yeah.
What's it like doing things like that?
I mean, it's surreal at times. Like, it's definitely surreal. Like most times, I'm pretty like the same on set because I always have to remember I'm here to do a job. So I'm really trying to focus and like get the best product out. But then also like sometimes I'm having like pinch me moments like in the middle of it. Like we did at the start of this year, January, we did the music video for this song called Trippin'.
Okay.
And Fergie was in it.
Okay.
So we had to fly to LA to go shoot with Fergie. And got to meet Fergie, hang out with her for a day and like shoot with her. And when I tell you, growing up, I listened to the Black Eyed Peas like,
of course,
every day. Like I listened to all their albums. So I'm
her debut album,
bro. I'm saying, like, so it was crazy. Like that was like a crazy pinch me moment. I remember like I was on set and I was in charge of like the vibes while we were like setting up. So I was playing stuff on the Bluetooth and I was playing like deep cuts off the albums. Yeah. She was like, "Who's playing this music?" I was like, "Me." She was like, "So how do you know this song?" I'm like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm probably your biggest fan in here. She's like, "Oh, I love you." Awesome. I was like, "Yo, you my auntie now." No. Like, but that, like, stuff like that is just like crazy moments where, like, it's pinch me. Like, even I'm here to do a job, but it's like, that, like, how did I get here? You know,
Nah, it's cool when you have moments like that, especially like people you kind of like. I don't know if idolize is the word, or kind of like looked up to as a kid, and they're still like humble and really cool.
Exactly, because they feel untouchable to you as a child. Yeah, and then to meet them in real life is crazy. Like,
well, I feel like part of the show of Let's Keep It G, I also want to talk about like if anyone else wanted to kind of get in this creative field. I don't want to say the negative parts of it, but like if anyone were to get into this, what would you say some things they should just look out for? Because sometimes I feel like media production can be a little stressful at times.
Yeah, I would say like especially to get into any form of production really is to really connect with people, especially like whatever city, you know, whoever's watching is from. Like there's always going to be creatives around, and how I got into it was the same way. I literally just connected with other artists, other creatives, people in different art forms and stuff, and just tried to put myself out there. Like, hey, like I do take pictures, but I do know how to dress. So if you need a stylist for something, I'm here. Or like, you know, just making friends really. Yeah. Because like everybody always says like the industry is about who you know, and it's not like you don't need to know big people at big companies to like know people, you know? So like you never know who might have the right connect and spreading your name in the right places. So it's really about talking to people and putting yourself out there and just getting out there and just doing it, you know? Like just go out, take pictures, like go take pictures of the city. Like you never know what could come of any of that.
No, for sure. You never know who you're talking to.
Exactly.
Or and not necessarily them being like in that field you want to be in, the people that they know too. Yeah. So I think sometimes people are so fearful to just like talk to people or put themselves out there or think they're like doing too much. But like if you really want it, it's kind of like you have to
you have to take that pride aside and really just put yourself out there. Like it's really hard to like try not like a lot of people try to be cool about everything. You can't always be the cool guy, the cool mysterious person. You gotta be the Joe person trying to meet somebody and make friends. Like
and then sometimes you're trying to be like this mysterious, like we see that. And you look like this isn't for you.
Right. It's not like, a vibe.
So did you go to school for this, like for media?
No. So I didn't go to school for any of this. I actually went to school for marketing for a little bit. I didn't finish actually. But finished school. But
absolutely.
But I didn't finish. I didn't go to school for any of this. I really was self-taught. Went on like YouTube to learn how to like do camera work.
Yeah.
Went on YouTube for everything. Like even like when it comes to like styling, I would like go on YouTube, like how do stylists put together vision? How do stylists get clothes? Like, you know, like just really looking at people who do the things that I want to do, and then just following that. Really.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have any like inspo, like a certain like celebrity for your like styling or creative direction, photography? Are there any like certain people that inspire you, I guess, for what you do? Yeah,
I mean, my aesthetic comes from a lot of different influences. Like growing up, I went to a classical like school from like elementary to like middle school, and it was like a very, I don't know how else to explain. It's a classical education, so I was exposed to a lot of like fine art and like, you know, like the real roots of like art, I would say. So like growing up and seeing that and like going on these trips to like see these things in real life and going to operas, that like gave me a certain taste, a palette of a certain type of art. So it made me like really want to like create fine art. Yeah. But like in the modern time, we don't create fine art. We create like what we can, the closest thing we can get to fine art, you know? So it gave me that palette for it. And then like, there's also like celebrities who step out their zone, like people like Tyler, the Creator, is a big inspiration for me. You have to be your biggest fan. Like you can't do it for likes or for other people's attention. You have to do it because you like doing it. Like
I want to talk about that too, because I feel like a lot of people think that like Instagram, like social media, like likes and all that stuff means like you made it, and it's just like, no, that's not bringing people money.
That's the thing. You really never know. Like especially when it comes to like I notice, especially in this industry, like a lot of people will judge people based off of their following, but you don't know who these people are. Like for me, like I don't have a big following, but I know I create dope art, and I do know like I'm in the industry, I'm making moves. It's like, you know, it's not really about any of that. I really just put things out for me. And
you actually know these people. Yeah. Like it's people like banking off of like likes, but you know these people in the industry.
Yeah. And it's about like when it comes to like likes and stuff, like I don't look at it as like, oh, I need this amount of likes. I'm like, I really want this person to like my photo. Like if this person sees it, I'm good. If that person sees it, I'm good. Like even when I shot like the Telfar event, like I wasn't hired to go shoot Telfar, but I ended up going because I was literally buying stuff. Right. And then they had like a VIP section, so kind of finessed my way and talked to some people, and they got me into the VIP, like actual, like where Telfar all the celebrities were. Yeah. Then I started networking from there, taking pictures of everybody. Yeah. And then afterwards, I was like, all right, let me just post this. And then when I posted it, Telfar DM'd me right away.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then that's where I was like, okay, I don't give a fuck. Like that shit worked. Everything awesome. Worked. Like, you know. So it's not about like how many people. Just go out there, do it, and do it for yourself, and you'll attract the right people. You know.
No, for sure. Yeah. In the sense of like your creative field, is there like a set goal that you have? Like, what's your moment that you're gonna like, you know, in the future, baby, like sit down and be like, damn, like I'm where I want to be, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, creatively, like once, I don't know. I don't think I have like a specific like end goal with it. I just want to be, I want those who care about like the art that I'm in to know me and like respect me for what I do. So it's not like I want to be like a celebrity or anything like that. I actually don't want to be a celebrity. I just want those who know to know. You know, like people who are in that world, they're like, oh, that's that guy who does this and that. Like, you know? Yeah. And honestly, I want to one day like open up like more creative spaces and, you know, open up different galleries and different stuff like that. Also, I would love to be a creative director for like some type of brand or something.
All right, so we talked about all your creative things. I kind of do want to pivot into you being a pilot, like, because that's kind of crazy. Like you're going to school to be a pilot, and we just talked about how you do all this like creative stuff. That's like two totally like
completely different.
Different things. So what kind of pilot are you going to be? Like, what are you going to school for?
Well, right now I'm going to school to be a commercial pilot. So I'm going to work for an airline and fly around passengers and stuff. But right now I'm just working on like getting all my licenses and ratings.
Yeah.
So I'm really close to finishing my private license. So that will allow me to just fly whenever I want, but I just can't fly for hire yet.
Yeah.
And then just working towards all my ratings so I could be a commercial pilot. I really wanted to do that because like through all of my creative stuff, I was a flight attendant for maybe 4 years. And being a flight attendant, I was able to like really see the world and the schedule and stuff. It was never interfering with like everything that I have going on. So I wanted to do that to the fullest level. So that made me want to really get into aviation and like get into a job where I'm guaranteed to be stable. I can see the world and I could also pursue my passions.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I guess like you doing that for a couple years is what you're like, you know what? I want to fly the plane.
Yeah.
Like you had a moment like that?
No, yeah, literally. Like, well, I always did, like, deep down, I wanted to be a pilot. Oh, I just hit the mic.
Oh, you're cool.
But deep down, I wanted to be a pilot when I was a kid. Like, when people would ask me, like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
I always said, like, I want to be a pilot. But I never fully, like, once I got older, I never really fully actualized that dream until I became a flight attendant.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm already working the schedule like a pilot, like, making less money.
Yeah.
Let me just pursue this and actually try to do it. And then like I would like when I was a flight attendant, I would like go into the cockpit while we were flying and just like sit and talk with the pilots and like really see everything. I'm like, I want to do this. Like, I have to do this.
I love that you said it because I talk about that all the time. Like when you're a kid and those dreams where people are like, oh, I want to be like a firefighter and stuff like that. And then it's just like full circle. Like that's so cool. Like I'm sure like younger you was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Because you're doing it. Like that's so cool.
No, it's literally like when I'm flying, because while I'm in school, like mainly you're flying when you're in school. So like every time I'm flying, I was just flying 2 days ago and I'm like, I can't believe I'm actually flying a plane. Like it's something that I dreamed about and it's actually happening. You know?
Now you can correct me if I'm wrong, but even like Black pilots, like is that still like something that's kind of rare? Because that's
I mean it is rare, especially like that's actually in the industry now. But a lot of companies are actually making a big shift to bring on a lot more diversity in piloting. So like even at my school, there's a good amount of Black people at my school. There's a good amount of women. It's very, very diverse. So like it takes a while to get to the stage where, you know, when you get on a whatever airline, like you'll see these people, but in the next 5 to 10 years, you'll see a lot more of like women, people of color, because all of us are kind of waking up and like pursuing it. It's kind of cool to see that happening in real time and like being around that shift, and we're like the future of it, but nobody can see that yet, you know?
I love that. I mean, I always talk about, even like with sports, like I love seeing like, you know, Black women like in sports, you know, commentators, or just like certain jobs I guess you usually wouldn't see Black people in that we're in now. It's just like very fulfilling because even like for the next generation, it's like, you know, I can do this. Like I see someone who looks like me and I can also do it.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. And I hope to be an inspiration for, you know, the next generation of creators and aviators who like, you know, you're not going to see a lot of us, but we're here, and hopefully I can put that in the forefront to like, you know, help people, especially like we talked about how I didn't go to school. You know, like you, as long as you have a certain skill and you really dive into your skill, like you can literally do anything, like anything.
As long as you put your mind to it.
You can find a way. Like,
absolutely.
Literally.
Is there anything about being a pilot that people you think maybe don't think about that's like kind of interesting, I guess? I mean, like from the outside in, for me, I just know someone when I'm getting on the plane, it's like this thing and we're up in the air. So like, is there anything that's like kind of like? I
mean, one thing for sure is like, cause especially with the media right now, like all the like plane crashes and stuff. Like honestly, flying is the safest form of transportation.
Okay.
Like there are accidents, and the media just happens to start like reporting every accident that's happening now.
Yeah.
But we're actually very low in accidents in our country. In the last 5 years, we're at the lowest amount of aviation accidents. So that's one thing. And also people are always scared of oh, what if the plane goes down or anything like that? Like that can't happen.
Okay.
Scientifically, a plane can't fall out of the sky.
Okay.
And that's kind of funny unless you break a wing, which is almost impossible to do.
Yeah.
A plane will never just fall out of the sky.
Oh.
Like during turbulence and stuff, that's not like the plane struggling to fly. It's just
because you hear stories where people are like, I'm on a plane and it went.
Yeah, no, it's turbulence. Think of it like it's like water. Like air and water are both fluids.
Yeah.
So when you're flying, there's different pressure of air, so you're moving through different air pressures. So if you're in a high pressure area, it's probably going to be more smooth because it's denser.
Yeah.
And then you drop to a low pressure area, so of course it's going to be but it can't scientifically with wings. Yeah. You can't just dive and fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to know because I don't like flying, but I do it. But it's not. I'd rather not.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that you're currently working on that people can look out for? I mean, besides being a commercial pilot.
Yeah, I mean that's the main thing I'm focusing on right now. I've been really locked in on my studies right now, but you could definitely follow me on Instagram. I will be dropping a few shoots. I am doing some stuff. I am working on a commercial right now for a big brand. I wish I could say, but
we'll be looking out for it.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say, but it is a brand that I worked for before. So if you go on my page, you see a big brand. Just know I'm working on another commercial with them, which is fire. But yeah,
it'll be before 2025. We'll see it this year.
Yeah. Okay. I can say it features. It's in partnership with the WNBA. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a one of the best gigs I've ever had.
Cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask any dream collabs, but that seems pretty dreamy to me. I don't know.
I mean, dream collab. I don't know. My dream collab is probably Tyler the Creator. I would want to work with him on something, anything. It really doesn't matter.
Why do you love Tyler so much?
Cause he's the only black male artist that I could really think of who's actively always creating and then always pushing the envelope and not trying to be cool. It's just doing what he wants to artistically while also being a rapper where you have to kind of put on a persona.
No, for sure.
But I don't know. I just like the way he goes about it and not he just doesn't care.
You can tell he's authentically himself.
Yeah, exactly.
It's refreshing to see people like that.
It's rare to see somebody authentically themselves.
Yeah.
So anybody who is themselves, I fuck with it.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, so I definitely have to do a play on words of the show of Let's Keep It G. So I want to ask you if you could think of a word that starts with the letter G to describe yourself, what would it be?
Iron.
Yeah.
Said G. I'll say, not to sound cocky.
This is about you.
But I mean, I'll say greatness.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Greatness.
You could do more than one, but I like greatness.
Gigantic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna ask why for
okay.
Yeah.
So greatness. You said 3?
No, I said 1.
Oh,
but,
okay.
I mean, you can
I
do
thought
3.
you said 3.
You can do 3 if
I'll
you
say
want.
greatness and gigantic. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there.
Why? Why greatness and gigantic?
I'll say greatness because I feel like everything that I set out to do, or everything I want to do, or haven't even done yet, I want to do it to the greatest ability possible. So I want to be known as one of the greats in whatever I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, greatness.
You will.
And then I'll say gigantic. Like not only, I'll say gigantic is more like my headspace is gigantic. My ideas are grand. Grand was I didn't even think of that.
Okay.
But damn, grand is better than gigantic. I ain't gonna hold you.
They're like
yeah,
cousins. I like it.
Yeah, but all right. So yeah, gigantic. Like I have a very grand mindset.
Yeah.
Like I love grandeur and like just everything out of the box and big and like let's do it. Like let's go for it. Like you know.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's really it for me. This is the first episode. Let's Keep It G with the flyest pilot that you'll know coming soon. Please like, subscribe, and share this video, and there will be more videos to come soon. Peace.
Thank you. Peace.
I think that was good.
That was good, Jon. That was good, Jon.
Yeah, I gotta work on my ending. That was like
no, that was good. That was good.
Okay, cool.